right? We have plays, let's say this fullback is a lead blocker going to the left. The halfback is starting to his left. The quarterback opens up to his left, and we hand the ball behind going this way back against the grain. Now, what I have to tell you is, fellas, the ball is not handed in front. A front handoff would be where the quarterback would hand the ball in front, and the ball circles back close to the line of scrimmage. This ball is handed behind the quarterback. So if this was the running back here, and the ball was going to start to the left, the quarterback would start back here, but he'd hand the ball behind him. We don't like to run the ball in front a lot because penetration will hurt the play. So the bottom line, I just wanted to give you a little example of, and I'll cover the footwork before we're done, but I wanted to show you that if we ran the play, and let's say we called the play, we started it left and we came back to the right, I wanted to let you know that if we start the play to the left and come back to the right, to the side the ball ends up. So we're going to start the play to the left and we're going to come back to the right, say to the tight end here, this will be the play side, okay? So we've set up our blocking assignment. That is the play side. It's not the back side. We start the play to the left, the ball's going to end up on this side, so this is the play side. This right here would be the call side. This is the side we call the initial action. So let's say in this picture we would call it to the left, but the ball would bend back to the right. So this is the call side of the play, and this is the play side, the side the ball ends up, all right? So for examples, some simple plays that we would run the scissors out of it. And what we mean by scissors is we always wanted to get an extra blocker out there, to get a DB, to get an extra linebacker, to get an extra guy that somebody may have missed, etc. All right? So let's just start out this way, fellas. Let's say we're going to start off with an I right formation, okay? And we could start off with two tight ends. We could start out with one back. But the bottom line is, let's start off simplicity. You don't have to be in two backs, etc. But to understand the premise of the play, we need to start out this way. Okay, let's go to the next thing now, fellas. Let's talk about U scissors now, okay? We got 50 bob scissors, so we've run that a couple of times, and now we want a little change up in blocking. We might put U scissors in first and then come back the next week to scissors. Or we might run them both the same game and just give the defense a little bit of a change up, right? Now, U scissors means, fellas, that we're only going to pull the uncovered guard. What is the uncovered guard? That is the guard to the side of the tightest tackle, okay? Or let's say, if I was going to say we're going to pull the uncovered guard, okay? And say the ball was going to end up this way. Let's say there's a nose guard on that side and there's a 3 technique on that side. This is the uncovered guard, all right? All right, let's say we came up and the nose guard was on this side, okay? And that's a 3 technique, all right? And we're going to start the play this way and go back, this way and go back. This is the uncovered guard. This is the guard to the side of the tightest down lineman, because the center can block back on him, okay? You with me? This guard we pull right ever. So we don't ever want to pull the guard, okay, on the side the ball is originally faked. We do not want to pull the call side guard ever, okay, unless he would be uncovered. What I'm saying is, if we start the ball to the left and there's a 3 technique on that guard, we would never pull him. But this gives us another way to do it. Let's go 50 bob U scissors, all right? So in the second picture right here, this is going to be U scissors, all right? So let's see who the uncovered guard is, all right? 50 bob, oh, there he is right there. He's the same guy that we would pull in 50 bob scissors. Because in 50 bob scissors, we only pull the play side guard. So this is identically the same play, all right? Let's go versus an over defense, all right? Let's go 50 bob U scissors. A little bit different now, fellas. Now this is the uncovered guard. You take a little jab step as he pulls. You with me? Now we've got this type of look. Now we do not pull this guard here. We do not pull the play side guard because we've said U scissors. You with me? And now this fullback has to come in here, and he takes the most dangerous of either Mike or Will, whichever guy's in his face. We start the ball here, and we bend back. Tight end's false keying that guy. All right, so the point I'm saying, we're trying to give these guys the illusion the ball's coming this way. If this guy bites the cheese, the pulling guard's around for the safety, or the corner if he's in his face. Remember, the wide receiver's rule is, if Sam's on the ball, I block the most dangerous of the corner to the safety. I block like the force. If the Sam is off the ball, I just block the corner. All right? So take a look at that picture right there, fellas. This is 50 bob, U scissors. And this would be an L call. The left guard pulls, all right? So you can see if you don't understand these rules, you would never know how to insert them, all right? Okay, let's go versus this defense now, fellas. This is a loaded defense, all right? So 50 bob, U scissors. U, this is the uncovered guard, right? So the uncovered guard would take a little jab step. That's who we'd pull for. Here, here. Okay, we'd work in here to that linebacker. The fullback would go like that. We would try to false key now the Mike. Take a look here. So it's kind of a backwards type of a trap. The ball's starting this way. We go back that way. Again, I told you that whenever there's three guys like that, we ended up pulling both guards, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But are we all on the same page? We understand the difference. See this defense? This is a loaded defense. There's a 3, a 5, and a 9. A 3, a 5, and a 9. If we call just 50 bob scissors, the right guard would pull. 50 bob is the call side. This is the play side. If we said 50 bob U scissors, it's the uncovered guard. How do they know who's uncovered? Because we know he is the guard to the side of the tightest tackle. The center makes the call. He would say L here, L. All right? There have been times we've actually pulled the center. Okay, now let's go down to this play right here, okay? All right, and we got this defense right here, okay? This is a 3-4 defense. Let's go 50 bob, U scissors, all right? 50 bob, U scissors. All right, now, when there's a 3-4 defense and there's two bubbles, here's what we've told them that week. When we go U scissors, we always pull the guard to the side of the call side. Okay, so if we said 50 bob U scissors, the blocking scheme would look like this. We're going that way. We're giving them the illusion we're going this way. Now this guard would pull and block the Sam. It's like a trap. Now we tell the tackle, you got to take the end on 50 bob U scissors versus a 3-4. We start the ball like this, and the ball bends back. So take a look at it. Now there's some little techniques in here, but I just want to get the assignments. All right, so look at the difference between 50 bob scissors, which is a very effective blocking scheme, and 50 bob U scissors. Okay, you're with me. This is used more against the team that the nose is slanting a lot, and we're afraid to put the center one-on-one. This is used more versus a reading nose guard, and this is a very effective blocking scheme. But you do notice that everybody's kind of going on the backside to give the illusion that they're all moving. Okay, let's go to this next one right here, okay? Here we go. We got a 44 defense, all right? We got 2-3 techniques, all right? All right, so here we go. So now we said we've got the play 50 bob U scissors, all right? Now, you've got 2-3 techniques. Remember, I told you we never pull the guard to the side of the 3 if he's on the call side, okay? So if we said 50 bob U scissors, we would treat this guard as the uncovered guard. He'd be the guy that would pull, all right? And whether we did this, this, and this, so 50 bob U scissors would be blocked the same as 50 bob scissors versus a 4-4. All right, we don't want to get too complicated. We're not going to see all these defenses every week, but, you know, whatever. But, so that's just a little something that we would do, okay? So U scissors and scissors versus a 4-4 would have the same blocking scheme.